Good evening, everyone. This is Gil with Camp Patton Family Compound. Let me get something out of here. There we go. It is time. Come on, let's go work it. There we go. It's time for Friday night on the homestead. And tonight's topic is home grocery store. And I got not want to see that one yet. I got a special guest here with me for tonight, Tammy from Rebel Canners. And hang on, I get to go over the comments here and see how fast somebody else jumps up here. But first one in was Walt Rogers, then Mark Chef Tech, then Cruise 1351, and chat. Kelly Estes came in on Tammy's side. And here he comes. There he is. No, wrong one. We need the
All right. Fine. I'll get rid of the fat dude. He just eats everybody else's food because that's what he does.
Yeah. All right. Walt, Chef Tech. Angel's Homestead is here.
Whoops, wrong one.
And Mad Chick is over on your side.
Yay.
Yeah.
And get rid of that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So those are, and we got a lot more that are just watching. We had, I can tell you something just happened here. We have a lot more that's watching. We got Truck and Wife on your side there, Tammy. So, we have trolls coming in because their numbers pop up, and I can see the numbers up here at the top of the screen up here on my side. Numbers was up to 14, then it dropped down to 13, down to 12, back up to 14, back down to 13 just now. So some of them are coming in seeing that they can't make comments unless they're subscribers. And
yeah, well, you also put the StreamYard link there, so I'm waiting on that one.
So, that's okay. I got that one set up for them. If they want to come up on the StreamYard link, they got to get the membership, the high-end membership of $25 or $24.99 a month to be able to come up here. And they get the comments first. That's one way of taking care of the trolls. All right, and Shady Hill Homestead just came in. Woohoo! And I want to especially thank Shady Hill Homestead. In the morning, they've been coming in on the other channel, Gray Man Prepping, while I'm doing the book review, and they've been in there every morning for at least the last 5 or 6 days, at least. So,
well, that's one less book. That's one less book sale you're going to make now because they're getting the audio version.
Well, they're getting my audio version of my.
It might be better than the written version with all the commentary.
Well, as I'm doing it, I'm going through, and like when I read the book, my mind plays the trick that everybody's mind does and stick words in where they know there's supposed to be a word. Well, there's not. I don't type in, but when I say it out loud, it's like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. And I forgot to put this word in, or wait a minute, that's still. I'll change things, structure around a little bit to make it flow more smoothly. So.
And he leaves it on a cliffhanger, so then you want more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, but today we started the book 1 of The Scout and the Ninja. And I just did chapters 1 and 2. I almost had enough. I'm looking at the time. Should I go and do chapter 3? Nah, I'll do chapter 3 tomorrow. So. All righty, so tonight's topic is I've seen this happen several times. See, I've got my schedule out for months in advance on some of the topics to do, and this has been on the schedule since last June. All right. And what do I see this week? A whole bunch of homesteading channels talking about this as a side subject.
Of course.
516 Homestead doing her
home pantry shopping.
No, she does. As a business, she renders and tallow 5 or 6 times, and then cubes it and or like butter bars and sells it. She does the tallow moisturizer face cream stuff and tallow soap. There's 2 others that are doing the same thing in different parts of the country, so they're really not competing with each other. Of course, none of them can keep the stuff in stock. But and they're all talking, and they all talk about the other things they do. You know, trying to keep other things in stock in their home. The one really talks about her chickens and the goats and the cows doing raw milk and stuff, and in her pantry and the things she does, making butter and other things for her pantry and stuff, and all the food she raises and cans and does all this stuff to make a home grocery store. So it was just weird that, there was a couple of weeks ago, one of the topics was a bunch of them were talking about that particular topic too. And I said, wait a minute, I've had this on the list for almost a friggin' year.
That's because you keep telling everybody what's on your list.
Well, these channels I don't think are following me. And some of these videos,
they may not be following you, but they know where you don't have to follow somebody to know their channel name. And all you got to do is zip to the end of the video and you start telling them all their topics. Here, I just sent you one I sent you a new topic in a private chat. keep that one quiet until about the day before you do it.
I'm reading that.
That might be this year. You never know with the way things are going.
Or it might be instead of the seed word you put in there, it's a bonus word. It's
whatever.
It's extended instead of cut.
No, I think we need to go the wrong way, not extended, because extended's great, but cut not so great. What are you gonna do?
The thing is, though, we looking here, we need to get extended. If we get extended, that means a lot more weeding, a lot more other problems.
Okay, you know what? Then do that. Take my comment out of there.
Yeah. But I'm not sure. I think I know a better place to put it rather than here on Friday night.
Oh, whatever.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. I will keep it off to the side here, and I'll make sure I don't have something on that already. But let's get back to this stuff here. Comments. Okay. So a home. Let me go ahead and bring this over here. Boom. A home grocery store.
I've had one for decades. I don't know why you.
Yeah, I know.
So
we've had a little quick stop one for decades, but it's just a little, a lot of little stuff, but it's not filled out like a good.
Trolling the house?
No. Tammy disappeared.
Oh, she'll be back. Somebody probably called her phone.
Yeah. All right. So anyways, let's get at it here. And this isn't just homesteaders, this topic. This actually is good for preppers too. This is where homesteading and preppers overlap. So let's take a look at the next slide here. All right. So what do you need to do it? And here she's coming back in. There we go. And so, first of all, you need a place to put it. Yeah. I know Kaylin tries hard to do this in her apartment, but she's got only so much space. Uh-oh.
Tammy's zipping in and out. It must be the cold weather and wind must be knocking out the cell towers or her Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Now, she saw it coming just a second before I saw her go to the wheel of death here. All right.
Her stream is still running, so that's good.
Yeah. So, you need a place to have it at. A basement, a spare bedroom, wherever. Another thing you're going to need.
Someplace you try to keep cool and keep the sun out of it.
Another thing you're going to need is shelves. and people go, "Oh man, that's going to be expensive." And here we go again. Let's try it one more time here. Boom, she's back.
My internet is going in and out, so you might lose me.
Yeah, but your live stream is still continuing on.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so shelves. People are going to go, "Oh man, that's going to be expensive."
No, they're not.
So I got in some of the pictures I got coming up here. I got both the expensive and the cheaper version for it. Time. If you want to do it, you can make time.
Well, the only time you really need is to actually make the food and preserve the food. The rest of the time is, gathering stuff like that. But when you're storing it on a shelf, that doesn't take much time except to organize it and keep an inventory. That's it. It's not like you're standing there watching it for day after day.
It takes no less time. Like here, for the longest, we had 10 for 10 sales where you could get 10 items for $10. It takes no less time to put 10 items as your cart as it does to put 1 or 2.
Right.
So you can do it rather cheaply,
you can.
And you stock up on the things. You buy an extra one every time you're at the grocery store. Pretty soon your shelves are full. It doesn't take time.
Just buy what you're going to eat. There's going
to be time coming in here in a minute. Commitment. You got to keep at it. It's like exercising or doing anything else. You got to dedicate yourself to it and do it. You got to organize the shelves. You got to organize the stuff, keep track of it. It's just, that takes a little bit of time too, but you got to say, okay, I'm going to do this. And the commitment and time then affects the next two. A garden. If you can put in a garden, put a garden in. Then you're getting healthy food in your home garden. Your home grocery store. And you're being able to get healthy food to can to last longer. And I put small livestock because most people don't have a couple acres of land to put large livestock on. But I have a solution for that too, which is interesting. Came up here on a couple reels yesterday. So, but garden. You don't have to have a huge garden. There are a lot of YouTube channels that talk about the 8-acre garden. Yeah, square foot garden. The eighth of an acre garden. The 200 square foot garden, whatever they talk about growing a lot of stuff and growing vertically instead of horizontally. And to surprise, one of the things I'll talk to you real quick about, zucchini. Everyone thinks is a horizontal plant. Well, I found out you can make zucchini go vertically, and you get more zucchini per square foot. And when you prune and do stuff to it, it produces a lot more zucchini. I can attest to that.
It exposes the flowers more for pollination, so you get more pollination, and
not only that,
you get better airflow and less disease.
You basically you put 2 T-posts there, plant your zucchini between it, and you use the
string,
the green stuff or the stuff that had like a little rubber with the metal ties on it to make it grow vertically, and everything below a fruit gets trimmed off, and all of a sudden you get a lot more fruit, and it grows faster.
Same with tomatoes. Yeah, a lot of vegetables do that.
Yes. All right, Aiden here's in the house.
Grow what you're going to eat. Grow what you're going to eat. Don't grow just zucchinis because you can't really can zucchini. You can freeze it.
Yeah.
You can freeze dry it, but
you can barter it. You can barter it with other people. But anyways, Aiden here's in the house. Prepper 101's in the house. Diana's in on your side there, Cammie. And so, we're rolling up our numbers here again.
Just show up to work near the end of the zucchini season. They're not bartering it. They're paying you to take it.
Well,
I'm the person that takes the giant ones because I have so many. I love zucchini pineapple. I love zucchini bread. Give me the gunboat ones. I love those.
Yeah. Here's the other thing. If you have excess zucchini, what can you do with it?
Not much.
Let's see. Goats like it. Chickens like it. Cows love it. Pigs love it. So if you're raising small livestock,
assuming you have livestock, okay, sure, grow zucchini. But if you have a 100-square-foot garden, and it's just you and the dog and your wife, I'll grow one zucchini plant. I might grow two, and I will eat what we like, and then the rest of it I'll chip it up and freeze dry it and make chips at. But that's freeze dry. It's a whole different thing.
Yeah. But you still put it on the shelf of your home grocery store.
Well, yeah. I have to go digging for asparagus because wife wants she's like, I need asparagus. I'm like, she's like, I know you got a bunch down there. I'm like, yeah, it's somewhere. I gotta go find it.
Here's the interesting thing on bartering, and my wife does it a different way. When the apple trees are totally loaded, she gets one of the big tubs, fills it full of apples, takes it down by froze, ties it off down there so nobody can walk off with it, and puts bags down there so people can come up, grab a bag, load of apples, and take them. She does the same thing with lemons. Oh man, she puts a lot of lemons down and people take it. When she has too many zucchini, she puts it down on the curbside. What happens? Then when people go walking by during the daytime, they see her there. They say, "Oh, you're here." 15 minutes later, they come back and they give her cucumbers. They give her other types of tomatoes. So there's an exchange going on in our neighborhood, and it's growing there in California, of people that are doing home gardens because there's on the street that the house is on. There are 4 big home gardens in the front yards, and other people are doing it. And then we've noted on side streets other people adding home gardens in their front yards, and everybody is sharing with everybody else. They see what she's growing, they grow something else, and they swap. So that's where a garden comes in. And not only that, by swapping and chit chatting, what have you just done? You've created a friend, you created a resource, and everybody can swap what works, what doesn't work for growing.
They call that networking.
Yes.
It's community.
Community. I like community. Yes. All right. So, and then livestock, easiest livestock for a person to have.
A rabbit.
Second easiest livestock now.
Quail.
Maybe chicken. Quail or
chickens. Now, my daughter had rabbits and chickens. She had trouble with the rabbit.
Inside. You can keep quail inside.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. No, they're not coming in our house. My wife just said, no, absolutely not. But the rabbits my daughter had, she had problems with. She tried keeping them inside. Nope. Got big hutches put outside. And somehow they got from one, the male got from one into the next one somehow. Still haven't figured out how he did it.
Well, when you're using plywood in between it, yeah, they chew it.
No, there was no holes. So, yeah, I mean, it was, that had to be either Houdini or David Copperfield.
Or a small boy who just took one out for a minute and put it back in the wrong spot.
That could be too. But yeah, and if you have a half acre, like around here in this city, the smallest allowed lot is a half acre without a variance from the city. And there's only 3 variances that I found, and those are third acre lots. Uncle Richard's in on Tammy's side.
Hi.
So, looking at gardening takes time and commitment. Livestock takes time, commitment, and space. So back up here to a place for it, a place for the garden too. So these things all kind of play into all aspects of having one. Now, like Tammy said, if you don't have a place for outside to do a garden, you don't have a place to raise livestock, you don't have the commitment to raise garden or livestock, but you love to shop, and you're like my mom who clips the coupons. She was the queen of clipping coupons like you would not believe, because she was born in 1922. What did she grow up in?
The Depression.
The Great Depression. And so, yeah, she'd hang on to anything, nickel and dime everything, and get the most out of it. I mean, when something came on a 10 for 10 sale and it was something she liked, oh wow, she got 30 of them.
Yeah, well, that wasn't 10 for $10. That was 10 for 10 cents back then.
Well, this is what I'm talking still back in the 80s and 90s even. Yeah, it was 10 for 10.
Yeah.
And she'd do that. She'd go in and she'd buy 30 of them. She'd bring 10 over to us, and my wife would give her $10. She'd bring 10 over, take 10 over to my brother, and Nancy would give her $10. And she would say, all right, I'm going to get this stuff. This on sale, because, we had small kids at the time, and Jeff and Nancy had Jamal, Don, Jeffy, too, Joseph, Autumn, and Jeremy. So she had six, and they had 6 kids. So, yeah. So anyways, yeah. So we each had our own little grocery store of shelves just packed full of food. And then we had little tote type things where we tossed all the Jello, the Cool Whip bowls, the Rubbermaid, the Tupperware, and the other stuff that we weren't putting in the cabinets because the cabinets were full of food. But yeah, so I'm going to show a couple pictures here. I'm going to go back to, this is the one from the thumbnail, obviously. This is a nice little setup, but I have 2 problems with it. Simple, small problems. The one is over on the far right over here. I don't know if you can see the cursor moving there. Under that water, that one was one of the first ones that had weight on it because it's bending down. This one over here on this wall is bending down a bit. This one up here, the third shelf up on the third one from the left, is starting to bend down because it's probably had food on it the longest.
But those are those plastic shelves.
Yes.
Best thing to do with that is throw a piece of plywood on it so it spreads the weight out a little bit.
Either plywood, or cheaper yet is you get a 3/4 inch sheet of particle board, and then you cut it to the size of the shelf, and then notch out where the shelf legs are going up, and you slip it in there and you flop it down when you're putting it together.
Or if you're really handy, get cement backer board. That stuff barely flexes. It's a little heavier, a little harder to work with. Yeah. Oh, it does. Okay. I thought it was cheaper.
Yeah, it costs more. Yeah, I thought about that. But here's the other thing that I don't like. Look at the roof. It's you got exposed fiberglass up there. You got ducting. It's not finished yet. They need to get that finished off. Then this would be a really nice one. But this is in a basement, concrete floor, cool.
No windows over there.
Yeah, no windows and everything, so that it's going to be temperature controlled. And they can these shelves are cheap at Sam's Club and Costco. Right. Boy, are they cheap at Sam's Club and Costco. And you can these are 20 or 24 inch deep, 36 inch wide. You can put a lot of food on those. But I like the other thing. They shows they are smart in one aspect. All the toilet paper is up here on top, and the paper towels is up on top. Kleenexes, though, is back in the corner down here down low. Put the Kleenexes up on top, too. They're light.
Well, they're leaving space up there for the more paper towels because, the year there is 2020. So,
yeah. All right. The next one here, at first I thought it was a different place. Beforehand, when I was talking to Tammy, I realized something. At first, I thought this was an attic because I saw the slope back here. Oh, it's sloping down, so it's up in the attic. Then I noticed, wait a minute, no, it's not. That's a stairwell because I can see up in the upper corner here. I can see a blue couch or something up there.
Yeah, that's the basement where the base for the chimney is goes down.
Either that or this is on the second floor.
Oh, maybe.
So if it's on the second floor, not bad because it's not hot and it's drier than it would be in the basement because sometimes in basements you got to have a dehumidifier in there. So in any case, though, the important thing on this one is This has the heavy-duty metal shelves that screw together, and you can adjust the shelves. These shelves are only, it looks like I would guess that these are 14-inch wide, 12 or 14-inch wide shelves.
Oh, front to be deep, front to back. Yeah.
Front to back, yeah. So they being narrow like that, they can actually support more weight. Obviously, with the home canned food in the back here.
The good thing is if your shelves are that narrow, which is fine, you have less, because I have 24 by 36-inch industrial steel shelving in my basement. Yeah, I lose things to the back.
Yeah. The neat thing about this too, which most people will never consider, you see all these holes going up and down. If you're worried about earthquakes, bungee cords, you just hook them in there, and it'll keep stuff from coming out.
Yep.
So this is another good one here. So yeah, there are, and then of course on the far right here, on the far left, they've gotten the new wire rack systems like they have at Sam's Club and Costco as well, that have wheels that they can roll it around. But they haven't put anything on it yet, so they're just starting out on that. But that's the thing those,
but they don't have wheels.
Yeah, the Costco ones don't come with wheels. Sam's also come with the plastic sheeting that sits on there that you can put on or not.
Fine. Yeah, you need that because otherwise the jars don't sit level.
Yeah,
but I don't have it. I'm gonna put plywood.
Yeah.
Hey, you really want to pack stuff in? Find one of those doctor's offices from back in the day that had or a hospital that had all the files on those file racks that rolled on railroad tracks. So they literally put them face to face to face to face to face, and they had the labels on the front, and they would just roll them one way or the other and walk in between them, take your file out.
Yeah,
you don't want the shelves because they're a different kind of shelf, but the tracks and the wheels. Oh yeah.
Well, someone was making those, taking these type shelves, putting down some angle iron, and taking some, getting some wheels and pulling the rubber off so it just sits on it.
Yeah, you can do that.
Now, all right. So we have Butch at Sand Hollow Homestead has come in, and CB at Hugo Homestead's in the house. She knew I was going to say. She put it in there quick. Headphone inboard warning. All right. With the stuff that's coming out in the news more and more, has been sort of an underground conspiracy theorist thing going on out there about the crap that's in the food. Example, you look at bread from when I was a kid, Wonder Bread, wheat, yeast,
salt and water,
baking soda, maybe some, you can count the ingredients on one hand.
Yeah, now your bread doesn't go moldy for 6 weeks. Yeah.
Today, I'd have to use all my fingers and all my toes, and I still wouldn't have enough to count all the ingredients in a loaf of bread. Cheerios, same thing.
Now let's go to Europe, and there's only 4 ingredients in Europe, but that's another story.
Yeah. My favorite ice creams up until about 3 years ago went and ruined themselves. That was Breyers. Their vanilla ice cream had cream, milk, sugar, and vanilla. Yeah. That was it.
No, now it's modified cornstarch. Now you put a scoop of ice cream on a table at room temperature. Crap don't melt for 3 hours.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have my glasses when I was at the store yesterday. They have 3 different Breyers now has 3 different vanillas. They got vanilla bean, which they have another vanilla, and then they have natural vanilla. And it looked like they only had 4 or 5 ingredients on it. But I didn't have my glasses, so I couldn't read the ultra fine print.
That's all right. And they just, the what happened with the toothpaste that I would stockpile, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Tom's of Maine, who got bought by Colgate-Palmolive. Oh, they found lead, cadmium, all the garbage they put in all your regular fluoridated toothpaste. They now put in Tom's of Maine, which never had it until they got bought out by Colgate-Palmolive. So, looking for another one now.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Sorry. I saw a educational video. This channel puts out educational videos on as a professor, a chemistry professor, talking about stuff. Xanthan gum. Do you know what that is?
It's from the xanthan plant.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It is the secretion of bacteria, and it builds up on surfaces, and they gather that, and they anyways, yeah. So that's something else now. It's on my list of do not buy if it's got xanthan gum in it, because it's not gum. It's a
you're
bacteria.
You're pretty much drinking well water and eating homegrown lettuce. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Now I'm about ready to go strictly on a carnivore diet. Beef, chicken, bacon, and eggs from all homegrown, locally.
Yeah, I was gonna say they better be from your farmer friends nearby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter has the chickens. One of the guys in town has pigs. One of the guys in town has sheep, so I can have that too. And our friend April, who lives across the street from the city line in the county, raises the beef. But speaking of which, I saw an interesting video yesterday, and so anybody that can't afford land, this is it. You might want to listen to this one here. There are farmers and ranchers now that are doing co-op investment in their cattle.
Mm-hmm.
So what it is, you buy in, you can buy a cow or two, purchase buying into and pay for it. And when the cow calves, you own half the calf and the farmer owns the half, and you can just let it grow and grow and grow your herd. And when they sell it, you can get money for it, or you can, say, hey, I want to sell one. I want to get meat for it. They take care of that too. The charge is minimal on that. And so basically, rather than having to grow and manage your own cattle, you can co-op with a farmer or rancher to do that for you. And so that's becoming the new fad where cattle are being raised.
Oh, the government will find a new way to tax that too. So,
yeah, but yeah, it's a. So I got to throw up two comments.
Yeah, they can't. Yeah. Just like American cheese is a cheese food product,
mm-hmm.
or something.
Yeah. Oh, CB has some. Yeah, I've seen several things about this too.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes there's stuff in the people food that we can tolerate that cats and dogs can't. All right.
Yeah, like xylitol and some of the other ones, yeah.
Yeah. So those are the pictures I had for it. Yeah, those are all the pictures I had. But of course, then there is, I had to pull up this 1930s country grocery store photo, as well as the one that's behind us here. That as we move around, you can see different things of. But yeah, there's if you set up your own home grocery store, you have more control over the things you stock, how much you stock, and how you rotate it and stuff. And that brings it back in why these two are here to talk. Can your own food, dehydrate your own food,
freeze it. You got freezers,
regular just chest freezers, freeze dry it, salt it. Everything we've talked about over on Monday night, the Monday Night Fireside Chat for food preservation, you can do for your own home grocery store. Do you have to do it high volume? No. You can
No,
just do it.
I used to have to do it high volume because my kids would come home and I'd be like, well, grab what you want. Just make sure it fits in the car to take it back to college. And by the way, if I don't get my jars back, it's going to cost you.
You're going to get disinherited.
Oh,
your inheritance is going to lower by the cost of the jars.
I got jars back plus other jars because other kids would bring food or something that they bought in a ball jar or something. And I would give them out 20 jars of stuff. When I picked them up 3 months later at school, it'd be like 60 jars. I'm like, where the hell did these come from? My one daughter's like, don't ask.
They
not asking.
I'll tell you where they came from. They conducted an educational experiment to see if jars would reproduce.
Yeah, sure. Most of them were half-pint jelly jars from some of the local markets, and that they just bought it and the jelly's empty. And they'd ask my daughter, "You want the jar?" She's like, "I don't, but my dad does, so yeah, I'll take it." I'd pick her up, and the whole corner of her room had these plastic crates that milk came in that you're not supposed to have. Full, just stacked to the ceiling. I'm like, okay, I don't have that much room in my car, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah. So you can preserving your own food. The other thing you can do for your home grocery store is not a chest freezer, but a chest refrigerator. You can get them. And so basically, it's loaded with the baskets. You have a basket. You put your certain things that you're going to refrigerate. Your lettuce, your certain things, Swiss chard, kale, whatever it is you're growing. The corn. If you're not going to eat right away, you want to put it in, but you don't want to freeze it. You want to make it last a little longer. Carrots. You can. They do last a fair amount of time in the refrigerator, but there's other ways to store carrots. The
chest refrigerator, the bottom of your chest refrigerator is for things like milks and pickle things that need the colder cold. Your veggies and that stay up top. Your cheeses go somewhere in the middle. Not that they're going to freeze at the bottom, but you don't want them to get so cold that they go bad quicker.
Exactly.
But good luck finding a chest refrigerator. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. You could probably modify a chest freezer just if it has a mechanical thermostat. Just turn the thermostat there and turn it so it only goes down to 39 degrees.
There, when we bought the house across the street, down in the basement, still haven't figured out how the heck they got it down in there. There's a huge old refrigerator freezer. It's with an open top on it, and so it's got the big part was the freezer. The small part, which is about a third, so 2/3 freezer, 1/3 refrigerator, and the motor was underneath the refrigerator part, so it wasn't that deep. And it's just like, if I ever get enough gumption to it and enough help, we may try taking that out of there and then see if we can take it to a guy up in Idaho Falls who repairs those old ones and see if he can get it running and fixed.
Might be worth a house call.
Huh?
Maybe he'll make a house call.
Yeah, but anyways, we'd want to get it out of there anyways. And Don't Stop is in on your side there, Tammy. Ooh, CB has a good comment here. So waxy cheese. Yes, I've seen several channels doing that, talking about it. And I've seen several channels talking about taking their goat milk or cow milk or sheep milk and making cheeses.
Yeah, just because you wax the cheese, you still got to keep it in a very cool location. If you just chuck it in the cabinet, and trust me, I know, if you just chuck it in the cabinet in your kitchen where it's perpetually 70 degrees, yeah, it'll leak oil. And cheese oil just comes out everywhere. I don't care how well you seal it. I had like 6 coats of red cheese wax on a block of cheddar. And that is when I first started looking into it. I was like, oh, okay, I can just store it on a shelf. So I didn't put it in the fridge. Probably should have. And I just put it on a shelf. And I check every now and then I check. And then one day I went in there. I'm like, what is this slimy stuff everywhere? And I was like, oh my God. It formed a leak somewhere. And I opened it up. It wasn't moldy. It was just dry because all the oils came out. It was like a brick of dried out.
Parmesan, like a brick of Parmesan.
Sure, yeah, but I don't think I want to run it through the grater and make cheese sauce out of it and put on my salad. Now I just freeze dry shredded cheese. Perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, there's start out small. Don't try to do it all at once, folks. A little at a time, just like canning, a little at a time. The the one guy had a video and he had all these. He probably had about 600 canning jars, at least on the shelf. And he goes, "This was not 1 year. This was done year after year after year, adding to it, adding more each year, using some of it, adding more, using some, adding even more, using So
yeah, like me, yeah. But you didn't eat what you had made, and now it's starting to not go bad, but it deteriorates in flavor and stuff. It depends on what it is.
But yeah, he said he had like a 4-year, 5-year supply of food, and it's on rotation, and so yeah. But it's also you have an event where suddenly you're unemployed, or you have a bad crop year, or any other reasons why your stuff's just not going to produce. Oh, you got it on the shelf, so now you're eating more off the shelf. So next year, then you can add more back to the shelf if you have a bumper crop year.
Now, to be clear, if some of you decide to grow potatoes and it works 1 year, the next year it doesn't work, don't overcan it. Just call Tammy.
Well, yeah. Darren at Darren Cole at Thorhaven Homestead up there in Canada. The 1 year they had a huge bumper crop of green beans, and they were canning like insane canners. The next year they got hardly any beans out of their garden, but he was like, we got enough to keep us through to next year.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like we've mentioned before, a lot of crops are like good 1 year, not so good the next year. Good the next year, not so good the next year. So that's one of the things to do on that.
And you don't have to home can. I mean, I'm the home canner. I I am. But when you go to the grocery store, just buy an extra one of something that you buy regularly and add that to your pantry.
That's what I've been doing for the grandkids, because they were on a bologna fanatic kick for about 2 years, and so I was getting the Safeway Select. What's this? But it's at Albertsons. Safeway owns Albertsons as well, or vice versa. The Select brand of relish. No high fructose. This one, few ones without high fructose corn syrup in it, and the ingredients list is a lot smaller than on the others. And so I would go over there, and I would instead of picking up 1 or 2, I was getting 5 or 6. And so I got like 15 in the cupboard up there. And then lately I've been, because they switched now from bologna sandwiches to peanut butter and jam. So I'm getting the Welch's natural strawberry and grape jellies and stocking up on that. I just wish those were in glass jars. Oh, if those were in glass jars, it'd be perfect. But they're in that funky plastic molded one where basically you got to pour hot water in there and you make some strawberry juice or grape juice for the kids to drink.
You can't even use a rubber spatula to get the stuff out. They cram it in the
My turn. My turn. So you take vinegar and you put in there with the last couple of teaspoons of your jelly, and you swish that around, and you just made yourself a strawberry vinaigrette dressing for that salad that you're growing in your backyard.
Okay.
All right, I'm glad I hit the mute button. Sorry, Tammy.
Yeah, my youngest son loves putting different vinegars on spinach and broccoli and kale and stuff. So that might be something he might be interested in trying.
You could probably do the same with some of the
jar, really good.
Yeah, some of those who are like diabetic, whatever. You could probably do it with your sugar-free jellies and stuff. Same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The last 2 batches of apricot jam my wife made. She's doing low sugar on it, and so it's a bit tart, a bit more tart, and it's like this is almost like eating it off the tree.
Yeah.
And
I bet
of course,
that would make a good vinaigrette dressing too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Danny and Oliver. When they realize I still have one more jar of Grammy's apricot jam in the tree, it's going to be blitzed. But yeah. So the thing is to figure out for your home grocery store. Start with the stuff that you use the most of. One of the things that my wife uses the most of is diced tomatoes. She adds diced tomatoes to just about everything. Hamburger helper. So we're going to throw in a can of diced tomatoes. For whatever. And then there's a lot of stuff she does, and she'll do that. She'll make a summer salad using the it's like they did the pasta on a spiral knife, and so it's about you get pieces about that long, about the size of my finger, and it's got the the sliced and the ridges and stuff on it.
Yeah,
she'll cook that up. She'll if she doesn't have fresh, she'll do it in the wintertime. She'll cook that up and use a can of diced tomatoes, well drain it and stuff. Heat the pasta up, add the pesto to it, dump a can of the tomatoes in with it or two, mix it all up, and if I'm not there, she'll have one bowl of it. She'll put another bowl in a one of the glass Pyrex containers to take the work, stick it in the back of the fridge, and the 2 boys will just about clean off this big old huge bowl of the stuff. They'll go back for thirds and fourths on it.
Yep.
But yeah, so it's like your store, your home grocery store. Okay, we need a section here to put pasta in, all the different types of pasta. One thing we like out here in the West, we got Winco, and Winco has a volume section in their grocery store. So rather than getting the one, if you're lucky, the 2-pound bag of the pasta noodles and stuff, the flat egg noodles, these curly ones, the rotilli ones or whatever. You go over into the bulk section, you get a 10-pound box or a 20-pound box of noodles. And then you open it up, the cardboard box up there, and they're in there in 5-pound bags.
Oh,
so,
that's a lot of noodles.
Well, when she makes beefy noodles, she'll use a 2-pound bag of noodles for beefy noodles, and put it in containers in the fridge. And the boys, for the rest of the week, are taking stuff to work. But yeah, the thing is though, the 10-pound box, it's about half the price per pound as the bag stuff, the store brand bag stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean that's rather than getting 4 bags, 4 2-pound bags, I get this box, this 20-pound box for the same price. It's like wow. So it's been a no-brainer on that. And it's people are going to say, well, what about bugs? Well, the first thing we do when we get it home, we pull those bags out, we drop them in the freezer for a couple of days, pull them back out, and let them come to room temperature, make sure there's no moisture buildup on it, and put them back in the box, date it, put it on the shelf.
It's the one thing about throwing rice is fine, but you got to do the same thing. But pasta, you throw it in the freezer, there's a high probability some of that pasta is going to semi rehydrate, not to eat it, and it'll go moldy.
Yeah, but we haven't had any mold problems doing that on any of the boxes, but even on some of the boxes we didn't do that with, we haven't had any bug problems yet. Knock on wood.
Spaghetti, I would just load spaghetti in a long seal meal bag, and I'd suck it flat and in a regular seal meal, and then you can throw it in the freezer then, because you've pretty much sucked out 99.9% of the air that may have had moisture in there. Yeah. And then you're good to go. I haven't had any. I've had bug problems in sugar, not in flour. Well, flour, I had one bag that was old, had a couple dead larvae in there. I could have just used, I don't know, a sifter like Grandma did. But the sugar freaked me out, and then the pasta. I've never had bugs in pasta. I got a lot of pasta in the basement.
Yeah. The only time we've had problems with bugs in pasta. It came from the store, not the manufacturer.
Yep.
Where they had a problem at the store, and it was the cardboard boxes with for like
Ronzoni
helper, tuna helper, and it was in that section. And so but pasta's a good cheap place to start. The cans of tuna, cans of the because if we get the big flats of tuna when they're on sale at either at Winco. Winco has turned out to be the cheapest place for us to get tuna at. Sam's Club sometimes. Sam's Club will get the packages of the canned chicken, the canned roast beef, and now the canned pork. So. Yeah.
You can freeze dry tuna if it was packed in water.
The beef is packed in. The chicken and the beef are packed in broth.
Right. Oh, as long as there's not much oil in there. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I can freeze dry tuna fish. Wife's now asking me to do that for her.
Yeah, the tuna fish we get is packed in. It says packed in mountain spring water.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, after it's come down the mountain and the rivers and stuff, and they pull it out of the river.
No, I've had it where you freeze dry your finely minced celery, onions, and tuna fish, and you can throw your seasonings in there if you want, and then you freeze dry it, put it in a pouch. The wife just has to add a specific amount of water to it so it doesn't turn too wet, and her couple teaspoons of whatever mayonnaise, and she's got tuna salad on the go. She just needs to have. You can't freeze dry mayonnaise because it's all oil.
And you can do the same thing with for a chicken salad too, instead of a tuna salad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
I'm not sure who is it that just is busy freeze drying a whole bunch of chicken.
Yeah, that was me. Ground cooked chicken. I now have. I don't know if you bought it at Mountain House. The amount of chicken I have probably cost you about $400 for the amount of chicken I ground up. Cooked it gently, didn't brown it. Just to cook it and then put it in the freeze dryer in the equivalent of what would be 8 ounces or 12 or a 1 pound of raw chicken, because that's how recipes are. 1 pound raw chicken, do this. When you cook it down, it only weighs like 10 ounces. But I put 3 pounds of cooked what was raw chicken now cooked on a tray. And when it came out, I just weighed the whole tray, divided it up by thirds, and put that much in each bag and labeled it as such, as equivalent of 1 pound raw chicken. Cooked ground chicken. Yeah. Wife loves that. She's like, this is great. I'm like, yep, you can throw it in your chili, stews, whatever you want, soups.
Yeah. So that's something I'm going to be doing Sunday afternoon. Unless I start my live stream for the book editing earlier. I usually start it at 9:00 my time, which is 11 Eastern. And I usually do about what the size of the chapters are in this book. I usually takes an hour and a half, 2 hours to do the chapters.
Right.
So if I move it up an hour, then I can start before noon with the 10-pound chub that's defrosting in the kitchen right now. It's been defrosting in the kitchen for the yesterday and today. Put it in the refrigerator, and I take it back out. It's still rock hard. It's like, okay, I'm going to leave it out. I left it out. I've had it out for about 5 hours so far. And it's just starting to get soft because the chest freezer came in was at Subspace Zero.
Nice. Subspace Zero. Just take a 5-gallon bucket, fill it up with cool water, and drop it in there, and it'll maintain it. It'll stay cold all night.
Yeah. So, I'm going to be browning that up live on Sunday, and so as I brown it up, it's going to go in a pot with back over there a number 10 can of baked beans from the chef's store. And I may use two. I'm not sure if I'm going to use 1 or 2 cans. See what it looks like in comparison. And so I'm going to be making cowboy beans and canning more of that up. That stuff is so good. And it'll be I'll be cooking it up, browning it, cooking it up, mixing it up, heating it up, putting it in jars, and I'll be using all 3 pressure canners for one round. I'm going to put several batches in the Pyrex snap tights and stick those straight in the freezer, because they'll only last about a couple weeks in the freezer before they come back out and the grandkids eat them.
I'm trying to figure out what to freeze dry this weekend, because outside temperatures are going down to 6.
Oof.
And I haven't had to use my freezer to pre-freeze food. I just put it on the trays and put it outside, and then I just turn the freeze dryer on like 6 hours later and throw them in, and I'm good to go. I might do some of my chicken bone broth and freeze dry some of that. That's a high water load, but I might do some of that and just pouch it up or jar it up and be like, oh, well, this is the equivalent of 1 quart of chicken broth. So add 1 quart of water to it, and it's mine.
So all these things are things you guys can do to, build your home grocery store. Find a recipe for chili that you like. There are, if you search, there are knockoff recipes for Stags, Nallies, Denisons. All the different people like different brands of chili, personal taste, and they make copycat homemade recipes for those. Try it on a small scale if you really like it. Hey, make a big batch and can it.
Can it or freeze it.
Yeah, can it, freeze it, whatever, and then you have it there, and it's good, and it sits on your shelf. One of the things my wife decided that last time we was up here, we need to do for our pantry thing. You guys have probably seen the videos where I got those 4-foot by 18-inch deep 6-shelf wire racks from Sam's Club. I got 2 of them in the kitchen right now, in the spaces where there were supposed to be extra refrigerators and stuff there. Anyway, she was there and she's noticing, the dust that's building up on the jars and stuff I've canned already, and even in some of the a little bit in some of the cabinets, because the ones I open up the most have the most dust in there, because during the summertime it gets dusty around here with all the farmland around us. So she was looking to get some of those white melamine storage cabinets. Well, I got several out in the shop that I've been using for storing parts in and stuff. And she was saying, well, can we bring some of those in? I go, yeah, we can do that. I'll just, swap out how I'm using them for the wire ones in there, take the wire ones out there. That's going to be a spring project here of swapping those out and bringing in some of those cabinets so we can have doors on it, so it's not all exposed like the shelves are. And that will also help for canned food, keeping it dark in the kitchen.
Yeah, those melamine shelves, you better put some, get a couple bed frames and screw some angle iron so they don't sag. I've done that.
Yeah, well, the ones I have are the 4 shelves coming up on the side are only 2 foot wide, not 4 foot. The top one is 4 foot wide, but it's got that support right in the middle. So the big stuff goes in, like boxes of cereal and light stuff goes on that big one, and the jars will go on the other ones.
There you go. Okay.
So and the canned and the store canned tuna, chicken and stuff like that will go on those shelves. And so, but the problem is to buy those new now, when I bought these 4-footers back in the 1990s,
Like $30, $20.
$79 for the 4-foot wide one that's 21 inches deep with doors, with all the shelves and stuff in it. Now they're like $250 to $350 for those,
and they're crap.
Yeah, these are heavier duty, well built ones. So, but yeah, so that's one of what we're going to be doing to increase our shelf space and keep it cleaner. And then we got some other things we may do in the formal dining room, which is like, we don't need this because we got a dining room, we got a living room, and we got a family room. We don't need that much. We can so the formal dining room, we can put another wall in there because it goes right off the kitchen. We can put a wall on the other side of it, and guess what? We got a huge
pantry. Yep.
And so that may be one of the things coming up here, if not this summer, possibly next summer, depending on the more time she's going to have more time coming up here because she's going to be telecommuting the entire time. She doesn't have to go into any office anywhere.
There you go.
So if she's spending more time up here this summer, that may be turned into a project. Okay, yeah, you go ahead and move this here, move that there. And while she's working, I'm moving stuff around. And occasionally during her lunch break, I need hand for this for about 10 minutes, moving this one piece. Yeah, so we will be taking the house here, and we're going to be taking a room and turning it into a pantry.
Sweet.
So that'll be one thing. And then when we do that, that room will have a door on it that is an outdoor door, exterior door with weather stripping on it, and we'll have an air purifier in there, getting all the dust out of the air from whenever we open the door up. So any dust comes in, it's going to get sucked up and not going on anything. So that's going to be one of our plans for that, to make our home grocery store.
Sweet.
And so yeah, that's one of the things we're looking on doing, and I hope we do it this summer. Yes, I know it's going to be a pain in the butt. I'm going to be working my butt off doing a bunch of stuff doing it, but hey, all in the long run, I think it's going to turn out a lot better for us here at the house with this.
I think Tammy fell asleep. Oh, no. There she is.
So
hit the mute button. Can't hear the background sounds.
All right, let me do something here real quick for you guys. So both Tammy's channel and my channel have memberships starting at 99 cents. And also my other channel, Gray Man Prepping, is 99 cents as well for the starting level. But for you guys, just as a sneak peek for what's going to be in the morning here, if I get it to come up here, it's buffering. There we go. I'll be working on chapter 3. Not sure if I'll go partway into chapter 4 or not. But I got sub chapters in some of them in chapter 4. So there's 2 sub chapters. So I can go halfway through that, and depending on time and stuff tomorrow. This is chapter 3 of the Scout and the Ninja. Scout is trustworthy. And so Michael is the Scout, and his dating. He starts dating Kimberly, the Ninja. Oh, get ready to cry, guys.
Yeah.
I wrote a
call.
Romance one I wrote a romance novel that meets the Expendables.
I got a call coming in. I got to take this. I will see you tomorrow.
All right, tomorrow. Coming up, speaking of for what's coming up here, guys, in the next couple of days here. Tomorrow on Gray Man Prepping, editing the book starts at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. At 2 o'clock Eastern Time with Shadow Scout Swede. The topic is knowledge is power, what's in your library. Then at 8 p.m. Eastern Time is Survival Saturday. The topic is after the 6,000 year Earth tilt, what are your plans? Sunday I will have a live stream for canning on Sunday. I'm going to live stream it to both channels. But in the morning, I'll be editing either chapter 4 or half of chapter 4 and chapter 5 of Scout and the Ninja. Monday, back here for Monday. The topic is canning meal basis. Tactical Tuesday on Gray Man Prepping is physical training. Do what you can. And then Thursday night is the midnight ride. Friday on the homestead. Friday the 13th. Do the unexpected, and that's going to be interesting. But also every morning, it's at 11 o'clock Eastern. Is going to be editing a chapter from the Scout and the Ninja. The Scout is trustworthy, and there are, show me, 22 chapters in that book. So, all right, everyone, thanks for coming in, and see what you can do to work on your home grocery store. All right. And so we'll definitely see you on Monday. But if you want to check out Gray Man Prepping, because I know some people are not subscribed to Gray Man Prepping, check it out tomorrow. All right. Take care, everyone.